That's the second
Just a
thing.
bit.
Yeah, it's just uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's a very strange sensation.
Yes. Right. Can everyone see the screen? Okay, I'm recording this as well in case anyone needs me to go any through any of this. Right. Task 1. Create a database and normalize it. Done. That's it. That's all you have to do. So create a normalized database. Show the tables and say,
So that's basically
these are the
what they're
tables that I've created and these are what they're used for.
Does that cover these then? Yeah.
That covers all of that. Okay. It says there, if you by applying the normalization strategy correctly, you achieve merit 1. For merit 1 on unit 1, you must demonstrate the solution fulfills all the data requirements for the e-commerce system. So you go through a list and say, can it do this? In my code, can it do this? So can I create a user? Yes.
Yeah.
It has to do it.
Yeah.
Can I create a user? Can I create an account? And which tables each time it uses for doing all those items?
How functional does it need to be then? Because obviously the limited time we have.
How functional?
Yeah.
Well, you need to have an understanding of how functional a database is, even if you don't get it all working in the code, as long as the database is fully functional. Okay. E-commerce, remember this is design, not develop, not the actual implementation as well. So looking at design still. E-commerce market potential. What is the market potential of this system? So investigate current e-commerce systems in use by organisations. That's what we went through with like BigCommerce and Shopify and all those. Do you remember we went through all those? Yeah. And discuss, the implications of building it yourself in terms of that compared to implications otherwise. Okay. There's a very, very simple list of all the different things that you should be able to do in your e-commerce solution. Yeah, does that hopefully looks okay?
So most of this just fits into the database and the project we're working on now.
This is all the project you're working on now.
Because I was like,
this is the design of the project you're working on now.
So we just show that.
But how do we
sort of thing.
put that into
Yeah.
a report to say that a person can do that?
Okay, so this this to show how you can do all these different items, you should have a design document which includes UI mock-ups, so examples of how it looks, flowcharts of how the code flows, and what I've got there is system diagrams. If you want to look at how to do a system diagram, you don't have to do these things. These are just all examples.
Can we work on these together?
Oh, well, yeah, as long as you then say what work you did and what work other people did. Okay.
Does that affect the final mark that you get?
No. As long as you say what things you've done yourselves. To achieve merit 2, you must show that you've used appropriate methods. For example, you don't just use a PowerPoint document to show how the code's going to work. So a big giant PowerPoint document just says this is instead do it as a diagram, or have an explanation, or even you can do a video that's like a walkthrough of how, you could do literally a step by step. If you create the UI mock-ups on the screen, you could do a voiceover saying how you click from one to the other and what actually happens.
10 hours and 100 takes later, I'd have done it.
There you go. That's it. Done.
Just going to Paint, draw a big circle. Yeah. Several circles is login and all the functionality, and in the middle, they all link to the big ball in the middle, which is magic. Yeah, magic. That's really. I'm going to show you my magic circles thing in a minute because I'm so impressed by my magic circles. Honestly, it's a piece of code that I'm really impressed with. No one else. I tried to show my partner and say, "Look how fantastic this is," and she was like, "What?" It's like, "No, but it's fantastic. It's maths." And it's like, "No, you don't understand."
Not as technical as you, then.
No, not in the slightest. So you're looking at basically a good design document for your project. That is what this is asking for, really. Okay, that's all it's asking for. You know what a flowchart is, yep. Yeah. You know how to do one?
Be here,
well,
should not be here.
Yeah.
You know what a flowchart was.
By now. You know what a UI mock-up is?
Yeah, we've got some.
I know you have. I saw it on the screen. I know you probably won't know what a system diagram. System diagram just shows how different modules connect together. With you have normally an arrow between them that says what data flows are. It might even these things. This is the system diagram. So that's an example of what you've got an object of type user, and then create account for user, create invoice, get invoices, and it goes to
flowcharts.
It's kind of like a flowchart.
The flowcharts and the diagram we've got now. Can we use them as well?
Yes, that's exactly what it's supposed to be using. Yeah. Everything that you've been doing for the project is designed to be put into this assignment.
Everything in
yes, this is it. This is what it's about. What I try and do is the work you are doing is the work for the assignment, if you like, in that respect. And to get distinction, first one is justify the final design decisions you made. So there should be shown a progression. You know, this was my initial design. This is what I then came
I
up
love
with,
this.
and justify why that's why you
Can
do
I just fight back again?
Yeah.
It was easy.
it.
It's black and
That's
white.
a justification.
'cause it's easy.
Well, to put it into justification terminology that might get you a distinction,
Yeah.
it was within my skill set.
Right. Okay.
There you go. Okay. To achieve distinction 2,
You can say it's because that's how it was done like this because that's the skill set of the people on Fiverr got to do this.
this for me. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I couldn't understand their commenting in their code because
Yeah.
it was all in Chinese. Okay, so yeah, it's true. I don't. I actually worked with a company that outsourced a load of their code, and when it came back, it was an Indian company that did it. The code was rubbish. The comments were superb and superbly written in English, and I was able to rebuild the entire code and rewrite the code based on the comments they put of what it should have been able to do, but wasn't doing in the actual code.
Was it simple or
Absolutely
just tons and tons?
Oh, tons of code. Yeah, I mean,
No, I
literally-
don't mean code. I mean
well,
the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's more comments than code.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
well, I mean, it's good that you do that. I was
Oh yeah.
this company I was at yesterday. They sometimes the customers, the websites that they have basically next to no comments, content. So what they do is they outsource it to somebody to write content for them, and then say we need content to have these words in and so on. But yeah, they use was it Upwork and
Oh yeah,
Fiverr and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh,
They've
there's all
got-
sorts of outsourcing ways, and you can get a job being the outsourcing person. And get paid per hour on that.
Yeah,
No, I
it
love
was-
those.
they've got
We just did it. Last year I was working on that project with Adam. He showed me regions.
Oh yeah.
There's region everywhere.
Region initialization code. I should really show you guys that. It's regions is a way in code you can put hashtag regions and then give a name, and at the end of it hashtag end region, where you can fold up that set of code, so you can make it much smaller.
So
and tidy.
I even had a contents for it. Yeah, and that contents of region as well. And then I had a meter content for that content region for that.
Oh my
I didn't really.
word. Oh.
I just had a content.
It's the sort of thing that you would do. Anyway, moving on to this. Distinction 2, all you need is a Gantt chart. You know we did a Gantt chart together? We worked out how to...
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Microsoft project, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's distinction 2.
Really?
That is it, yeah. Proof that distinction 2, if you read it, is take responsibility for managing and organising activities. That's it. So that's what you have to do. And that's all these distinction 2s on all the different modules.
I was going to say.
Yeah. So it covers a lot of criteria. Right, database to user interface. Produce your normalized database and access, because at this point up here, it's assuming that you've just designed the database, not actually produced it. If you've already produced it, you'd just say at this point, please see task 1 to see my final example. However, what it's saying here is including the user interface. Now that means you have to show the relationship. So taking your task 1 examples, your database diagram, I should say UI examples from task 2. I might have to fix that. For each user interface, so the set of select, insert, update, and delete SQL statements you need to be able to view and manipulate the data from the database. So you show your login screen and say the SQL I need to use for this is select star from here where table user or from table user where username equals
You
this.
can even grab that out of the code.
You can grab it out of the code, yeah. And just do that for 2 or 3 different
Is that just
user
task 4
interfaces.
completely?
That's task 4 completely.
Okay.
So it shows that you've got an understanding of this is what the user interface is and this is the database it's connected
So basically,
to.
the
through
normalized
user
database
SQL.
we've already done.
Exactly. So you just say you've done that in task 1. Yeah. Task 5 is doing an evaluation. Well, there's the questions. You just answer those questions.
Wow.
Shitloads,
Really?
possibly. No,
No,
Estimate
I thought you
costs.
meant in terms of questions. Though.
Oh no,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
answering the first one. So that was how much would it cost? Shitloads.
All right. Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
Okay. How secure is the data? That's a good one.
Ooh.
Does it meet all legal requirements and what are these legal
We've worked on
requirements,
No.
etc.?
No, it doesn't.
And it says
Especially
here,
that's
We worked on
Changes as well.
was it Bloke
to
Fish?
obtain distinction 3 criteria on this one, you need to demonstrate you've thought about the future creatively and what could happen to change the business, and therefore what should be taken into consideration before you even start on this version. What could be theoretically changed in the future that would mean that your entire or new features would be able to add into your code, so you need to put that into your database now.
Would be changing from data protection over to GDPR.
That could be one. the legalities are such that they could change. It might be that that because the way that we're moving away from everything with Brexit, etc. We might need to actually split the database up so every region has its own database, yet might still want to synchronise code. So you might want to make sure you use globally unique identifiers for your project, for your actual catalogue, and have some sort of translation SQL which can actually take it from one database and put it into another, for example. Not to write your distinction criteria for you, but that would work. Evaluating your database. So evaluate the effectiveness of the database solution and suggest methods of improvements. So you may already be looking and thinking, well, I wish I hadn't done it this way, etc., etc. Don't necessarily change it, put it into task 6 and talk about what you could have done differently.
Yeah, we've
okay.
talked about that.
That's good. Right, database user and technical documentation. Okay. What you need to do here is explain. Well, it's basically what's called a data dictionary. So you say, this is the table, this is what the table's used for, this is what all the fields do. That's it.
That's it, right, okay.
We've kind of worked on that before.
You need to do the same thing then with the SQL to say what you use that SQL for. And that's it. That's, as you see there, reference which SQL commands read or writes this table. So you're just saying, well, these commands are using this table.
Yep.
That's it. Okay. Now, setting up your test environment, you have got a test environment.
PC.
Sorry?
PC.
The PC, but you've also got, the tests, the unit tests things that we created.
Yeah.
That's your test environment.
So
Okay.
that's task 8.
Tomorrow, I will go through. Remind me, because I will forget. Because I meant to do it last week, and obviously we weren't here because it was snowing. I'll go through what a test plan actually consists of. Okay, because the test plan you do before you actually start testing.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'll go through. It's only going to be 20 minutes of going through stuff, but that's it. That's the assignment hand too.
Would you mind doing me a favour? Sorry.
Glad you recorded that.
Because on the first.
I got most of it.
I just hope the noise isn't.
Oh yeah. No.
Otherwise, you won't have got it all. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was just so I couldn't go through it again. It's like, good.
Is there any way of confirming if what I've handed in for task 1 already hits those criteria?
Yeah, I can read it and tell you.
Would you mind? Because I'm not sure if it does.
Have you
It
done
might cover some of
normalization? Have you done normalization?
Yeah, in fact, because that task 1 from that was the same as I handed in.
Basically,
for-
if you've done normalization, it will meet the criteria. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, because it's the same as what I had for the EC3 task 4.
I'll have a read through properly for you.
If you wouldn't mind, because I just want to make sure.
Is there anything else any of you want me to go through? Go down, Lewis?
No, it's just because I've handed in for these 2,
Yeah,
and what you've described, I'm not sure if I do meet all the criteria to get.
if you talked about other e-commerce solutions, like BigCommerce, Shopify, things like
Yeah,
that,
I've even made a comparison
There you
between
go.
all.
then you've pretty much covered that, I'm sure.
Okay, great.
That's it. That's really what it's looking for.
Yeah,
To show
it's
you've
just
done
the first
some
one. I wasn't
research.
sure